Well, the weekend has officially begun, and we welcome you to this 2K Sports presentation of NBA basketball. In this game, we'll see the Los Angeles Clippers against the Atlanta Hawks at State Farm Arena. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brett Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. Now a chance to take a look at some numbers for James Harden.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. Dunn is out there with Harden, and it's Coffey in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Hawks, we've got Daniels. Also, Trae Young out there. Okongwu is out there with Risa Shea. And Gay is in at the 4 slot. Entering the home stretch of the season, GA, how excited are you for the play-in tournament?
Oh, it's a lot of fun, Kevin. You can go from a 10th seed to making the playoffs. It makes this part of the year that much more entertaining.
That one goes in.
And drawing first blood, you know coach likes that momentum out of the gate.
Well, for us, it'll be interesting. Can they keep that kind of pace up all game long?
Now, here's Zubac. Leonard, that's for 2. The good-looking shot from the wing.
Nice teamwork. The right guy ends up with the ball in his hands, and Kawhi finishes that possession.
Okongwu with a screen on Harden. Down low. It's deflected. Stolen by Zubac. To the middle. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And it's Risa Shea missing. With the step back. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Brent, I've always thought the stoic demeanor of Kawhi Leonard was very imposing for an opponent.
Well, there's just no rattling, right, Kevin? How many times have you seen Kawhi Leonard get outside of himself, react to a call, become emotional? Now, as a teammate, you have to have an understanding that he might not motivate you in that way, but certainly as an opponent, it's intimidating. I remember playing against John Stockton and Karl Malone much in the same way. Emotionless, relentless. That's sometimes intimidating for an opponent.
And he knocks down the first one. People like to debate, and Greg, I don't know if this is you, what's better, Kawhi's defense or his offense?
Well, Kevin, I'll say this. Even if he was a subpar defender, his offense alone would have him among the league's top players. But his defense isn't subpar. At its best, it's elite.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
Oh, the athleticism there on display from Daniels. That's fun.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good. Brent, when you talk about the Clippers franchise, and you appreciate this so much, their first superstar was really Bob McAdoo.
And what a tremendous talent. You know, most people remember Bob McAdoo with his years with the Lakers. But, man, when he was with the Buffalo Braves, 3 straight scoring titles, was the league MVP in 1975. Sorry, Dad. Some people still consider him the club's best player ever.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, Quinn Snyder and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Now, Coach told me the key is to stay disciplined on defense, especially when guarding James Harden. He said James is special offensively. He's a master at manipulating defenses and drawing fouls. So, of course, they don't want to give him easy points at the foul line. Guys?
Thank you, David. Here is Harden after the basket by Atlanta. Pass to Coffee, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Looking now at some numbers for Zubac. Since the break, he's been simply stellar. Second in rebounding. And he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane.
And again, look what he's done so far this season. Wiping the boards clean, ranking second in the league in rebounds. Outstanding effort. Hawks making a switch here. Krejci's checked in. These players have been all about defense lately. Here are the steal leaders in the NBA this month. Second is Chris Dunn.
Really been fantastic defensively this run for him. He's had more than his share of steals, and now he's looking to get more.
Young passes to Okongwu. Back to Young. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Here's Coffee. This game we saw him score 13. And it's Leonard missing. And here's Daniels. Pass to Gay. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, for Daniels, it's still about finding his niche. It's the potential of Daniels that keeps you tantalized, a swingman that can play multiple defensive positions.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And it's tied up with that one. And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, Greg, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21. That was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
Now the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. And here is Los Angeles now. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Well, it was probably a good feeling in that last game that the mid-range worked, the long-range worked, the inside game worked. But the best feeling was the crowd leaving that building not in a good mood.
Here is Daniels. He's coming off a 10-point game against Charlotte.
And also in that one, he had the opposition on pins and needles on the defensive end of the floor, recording 4 steals that night on his way to an overall stellar game.
Now here's Harden. They trail by 1. Pass to Coffee. Now here's Zubac. Count that one.
Nice job by Zubac using his size and just making his presence felt.
For Atlanta, they've gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Back to Young. 1:36 left here in the opening quarter. He's looking for Okongwu and finds him.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Now, here is Harden. A 24-point outing in their last game against the Heat in Miami.
Well, what helps that out a lot is he got to the free throw line, which was a real game changer. It slowed down the opposition's momentum and made them play to his team style.
Here's Coffee. Well, 3 from Leonard. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Now, here's Okongwu. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Here's Harden after the basket by Onyeka Okongwu. Pass to Leonard. Rebound, Atlanta. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
I thought they had a solid game plan coming into that one, and then they made good adjustments along the way.
Well, the great thing about watching that game was that we saw it through their offense, and they showed a few different looks that they settled into and played well.
And we'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
3 seconds left, and that one drops.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Tie game in Atlanta. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
Greg, you look at today's point guards, so many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Bogdanovich out there with Derek Jones. Then there's Batum. Then it's Harden. And it's Simmons in at the 1. Here's LeVert. James Harden picking up that last basket. A nice shot by LeVert. LeVert's got his first bucket of the night.
And got to push LeVert out of that area because he's very comfortable looking to score from there.
Inside, kicks it out to Jones. Off target from three-point range. The Hawks shooting it really well, 54% from the floor. Niang passes to LeVert. Here he goes. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Simmons inside. LeVert defending. Simmons passes to Jones. And it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons. Jones has got his first 3 points of the game.
You can't leave anyone uncovered around Simmons. He's fantastic at sensing when one of his guys has got some freedom.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. All right, we've got a bit of a break now, so here's a look at the league's top scoring teams. Number 5, the Hawks.
And how about the year they've had offensively? This is a team that can put points on the board in a hurry. Always fun to watch them play.
The Hawks trail by 3. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, the Clippers are inaugurating their new arena this season, and they're set to host the All-Star Game next season. It will mark the 7th time that the L.A. area has hosted the All-Star facilities. Kevin, there will be no shortage of stars in attendance.
That's always the way it is in L.A. You're so right, David. It ought to be quite a spectacle.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Now, here's Capella. Hasn't made one yet. Harden grabs the miss.
Well, he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense, not really a factor.
And what's remarkable is how complete Harden's game is. Making shots or making passes, he can create points in a number of ways.
For Los Angeles, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. And the first one at the line is good. When you think about James Harden, he's had such an effect on the game. Brent, they changed the rules because of him.
Well, it's interesting, Kevin, because you can think about it a couple of ways. There was a system change for James Harden to try the system, and then, as James has said himself, he became the system. So leaning into all of the analytics of basketball, you have to have somebody who can represent all of the things that system would require, and it came in the form of the beard for many years. And that kind of offensive output is something that is going to be, we'll be hard-pressed to see that again, Kevin.
We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. I mean, you love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
The first one falls, and one of those guys, Brent, who can take over a game, sometimes from beginning to end, is Trae Young.
It is remarkable, Kevin, especially at his size in today's game. It reminds me a lot of playing against Allen Iverson, a guy who could dominate the game as a small player, and that's what Trae is. But what he can do offensively, the instincts that he shows, the way he can get it going offensively, he's truly a remarkable talent in terms of a small guy dominating a big man's game. Well, Harden just outworking them inside. Could we say he wanted it more?
And for those of you just joining us, in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by, Young, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's going to go on Zubac. This is his second trip to the line in this one.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
The first free throw is good.
There's some stealing moments that come from Trae Young, and I'll tell you what, if the defense is getting under his skin, he rarely shows that.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Derek Jones. And Amir Coffey is subbed in for Bogdan Bogdanovic. And so Young nails them both.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect in the line so far here in the second quarter.
LeVert with it. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Charlotte. It's hauled in by Zubac. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. The three from Harden. Rebounded by the Hawks. Last time they came together was in Los Angeles, where they fell to the Clippers.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
Yeah, those turnovers were inexcusable. So many of their possessions ended with them giving the ball away. It's one thing to make passes, but you need to pass to your own team, not the other one.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. So for the Hawks, Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Reza Shea is coming in for Mann. And Daniels subbed in for Karis LeVert. Jones checked in for Los Angeles. The Hawks trail by 5. Young looking it over. He's looking for Okongwu and finds him.
Well, this team has trusted Young's ability to run an offense, and that includes him finding teammates.
Clippers have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Now, here's Dunn. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Leonard inside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Reza Shea.
Well, Leonard looking to score. It's going to make defenders nervous, and that's why he got the foul that time.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. And the first one drops.
And Kawhi pretty solid from the line, and there's been a natural progression to him being effective from the free throw stripe.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Pass to Daniels. Here's Gay. Young outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's the floater. And it's good on the layup. Young's got 6 points in the quarter.
Ooh, there's some of that sweet touch that Trae Young brings around the rim.
Outside, Jones. To the paint. Here's Leonard. Leonard finagling one in close.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Done against Young. Okongwu with a screen on Dunn. Young from outside. Nailed from three-point land. Young's got 13.
Trae's so dynamic in the pick and roll. He runs that set as well as anyone in the league.
Leonard kicks to Dunn. Zubats with the screen for Dunn. Outside Leonard. Over Reza Shea. And it's Leonard missing.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Here's Gay. Oh, close the buzzer-beating dunk. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Clippers ahead. They lead by a bucket. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Here with Ty Lue. Good rhythm for your offense in the first half. What did you like about the start?
Moving the basketball, taking the right shot, making the right play. When we make the extra pass, we're a tough team to beat.
And you were sure tough in the first half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket.
And looking at the Nets matchup, they've had the better season, but this game feels close.
More than a few analysts have predicted an upset here. I'm going the other way. I think they take care of business. All right, guys, let's talk about our game. The LA Clippers are in a close one.
Watching them on the offensive end, they did a great job moving that basketball. There's no surprise in those assist totals how they reflect that.
Keeping everyone involved, keeping everyone engaged.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
Yeah, almost inviting contact, that attack mentality on full display.
The Clippers in the lead. We've got Okongwu. Trae Young is out there with Daniels. Then there's Reza Shea. And Gay is in at the 4. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder.
Just simply creating offense. That's what James Harden is. He is the system.
Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player. I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it. because most guys couldn't say that. But Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
4 on the clock. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Hands it from downtown. Young's got 16 points.
And Young's not shying away from any shot, but especially from long range. That's his meal ticket.
Dunn looking over the floor. There's the pick. Here's Coffee. 2 points. That one goes. And the Clippers lead by 3. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Pass to Rizichet. Back to Young. For the tie. Buries it from three-point range. Young's got it all tied up now for the Hawks.
And here we go. Trae Young doing his thing. Cooking with grease right now.
Screen by Zubac. Now, here's Dunn. He's covered by Daniels. Now Dunn, and it's Daniels with the rebound. Young outside. Over Harden. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Young's got the lead up to 2 now for Atlanta. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Leonard the pass to Zubac. Harden outside. To the inside. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Coffee. Buries the long-range jumper. Coffee's got 5 points now this quarter.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
Back to Young. To the paint. Here's Okongwu. The basket good. Off the assist from Young. Young's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Here's Leonard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And checking out the numbers for Young. In the second half of this season, he's been nothing short of spectacular. And he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And going back to him being second in assists, it's his ability to control the pace of the game. His peripheral vision. That makes him such a great floor leader. And he makes the first.
Just think of how much of a difference Kawhi Leonard is for this team. When he's healthy, he is an absolute force.
Derek Jones, he's checked in for Amir Coffey. Second free throw, no good.
Shaking his head moment there. Had a chance to put them out in front, but at least they're tied up.
And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. And that game will kick off a 4-game homestand. Here's Zubac. And it's Rizichet with the rebound. Hawks have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Young inside. Leonard's there. And Rizichet, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle, touch. At his size, that becomes very tough to contain.
And he knocks down the first one.
Not only is Young an excellent free throw shooter, he's also mastered the art of drawing those fouls.
Karis LeVert's checked in for the Hawks. And so Young nails them both.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Harden finds Zubac. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Atlanta's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Here's Young, drilled from 11 feet out. Young's got 12 points now in the quarter.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
Here's Dunn. LeVert grabs the miss, and the Hawks with possession. They're on a 14-6 run. 1:43 left here in the third quarter. His three-pointers off the mark. Clippers trail by 4. Leonard looking over the floor. Down against LeVert. A three from Leonard and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And the action on hold as it appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. Tough to see.
And that's the one thing you just really can't control or even guard against, and that's injury.
Yep, you can do all the stretching and all the strength training, eat right, train right, but at the end of the day, it's pretty random.
For the Clippers, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Zubac. Bogdanovich comes in for Chris Dunn. And Simmons subbed in for James Harden. Atlanta with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Pass to Capella. Capella with a screen on Simmons. And the dunk by Capella.
Using his length that time, Capella up top to slam it down.
59 seconds left in the third quarter. Simmons dishes to Bogdanovich. Shoots from 14, and it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons.
Mid-range, plenty of room for that release. He's going to take those all day long.
Wallace kicks to LeVert. Pass to Krejci. Here's Capella. Oh, and the jam by Capella.
And that work was done early as Capella just fought for his position down low.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. 34 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Leonard. Kawhi with a flush.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Wallace kicks to LeVert. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Oh, tricky shot for LeVert. Defense is all over him, but he draws a foul on that attempt.
The Hawks have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. No good on that one. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. A 3 from Bogdanovich. Rebounded by the Hawks. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for him. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Atlanta. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We'll get right back to the action when we return. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Three-tenths quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And now let's check in with David Aldridge to see how Onyeka Okongwu is doing. David.
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for the Hawks provided us with some information. He said it appears to be a moderate wrist sprain. He won't be returning to the game, guys, and he may be off the court for a short period of time. Back to you, Kevin.
Good information, David. He's certainly been on our minds. Now, at least, Greg, we have a little more clarity.
Yeah, now they have the information they need to take the best course of action.
Everybody wishing the best for him. We all know how badly he wants to be out there playing alongside his teammates and competing.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Batum is out there with Derek Jones. Then there's Ben Simmons. Then it's Harden. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3. And it's LeVert missing.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
And here's Harden for 3. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Atlanta leading by 6. LeVert the pass to Niang. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Man finds LeVert. 5 on the clock. Stolen by Jones. Bogdanovich passes to Batum. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 5 rebounds tonight. Bounce pass LeVert. Niang, no good. Clippers trail by 6. Inside. Batum passes to Bogdanovich. Jones sets the pick for Bogdanovich. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. For Atlanta, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Aston Niang. Now LeVert. Over Simmons. Atlanta again missing.
They've been able to have some team success in this game despite what's been an awful shooting night for them.
From deep, Harden. And it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists in the game. Here's LeVert. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Capella at the elbow. To the right side. Pass to LeVert. Capella with a screen on Harden. Here's LeVert. Back to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
And how about Capella? Not the guy you expect, but cool under pressure that time.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He's not taking any chances. It wants to huddle him up right away. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Batum. Leonard comes in for Derek Jones. Amir Coffey's checked in for Bogdanovich. And it's done in for Simmons. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He said, look, you guys are playing physical, and I like that, but it has to be under control. We've committed way too many fouls. We've allowed way too many foul shots. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
To the middle. Here's Kay. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Now here's Leonard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Kawhi Leonard is just phenomenal at the line. Another part of his game that's improved.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Hawks.
A high-effort brand of defense has been paying off for them in this one. They've managed to either block or alter a ton of their opponent's shots.
And another difference maker that we could point to tonight has been second chance points. They've been in there. They've had active hands. They've been in great position. And they've been smart attacking the offensive glass.
That free throw good from Leonard. Leonard hits them both.
He's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
Now, here is Young. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter. And he drops it in from the low post. Young's got 27 points.
Trae Young stepping up and delivering in a big-time moment.
Here's Leonard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot two free throws. As he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
If he hits all of those, they're feeling a lot more comfortable. But now, still a one-possession game.
Down low, and the dunk by Capella.
And what an important possession. Capella's been in that situation many times before, and he knows the drill.
Now, here's Leonard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he ends up making the second, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
That one miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a one-possession game.
Young outside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, you really want to stay down on any kind of fake like that, so Trae Young does a nice job of coaching the defense.
Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Free throws always a little bit sweeter, and they can add to your lead.
Outside Leonard jacks up a 3. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And as a defender, you are left somewhat helpless to stop that. Leonard with too many moves in his arsenal and a flood of ice water in his veins.
Young's shot is off.
Oh, just incredible. That spin shook him loose from the defender, but he just couldn't gather his balance there to follow through with the shot.
And now the go-to guy in these situations. Leonard can handle that kind of pressure in the big moment as well as anyone.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
That last one was a difference maker. It pushed it from a 2-point lead to 3.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Don't force something up. You got to be smart here.
Here's Dunn. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. So it's Atlanta now. 3-point lead. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
Ooh, I think that's a wrap, and I can tell you, you can't have more pressure-packed free throws than the ones that are going to seal the game.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game. And that's an intentional foul. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. And so it's Atlanta with the W. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Trey, you guys had a look in your eyes tonight, so how satisfying was this win?
I mean, it feels great. It feels great getting a win. But at the end of the day, I mean, I'm just here to help my team win, whoever we're playing against, and that's all I care about.
Well, you all certainly did what you had to get this win, man. Congratulations. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you for that, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now we present the player of the game, Trae Young.